This is 911. Do you have an emergency?
I just went away from home because I live in a family of 15. We have abusing Perris. Did you hear that?
Okay, how did they abuse you?
Okay. They hit us, they throw us across, they like to throw us across the room. They pull our hair, they yank out our hair. My 2 little sisters right now are chained up.
Okay, how old are you?
I'm 17.
Those were the first words spoken by 17-year-old Jordan Turpin after she escaped from her home and called 911.
Okay, do you know where you are?
I'm actually in California, Perris.
Do you know what street you're on?
No.
Do you see any signs or anything, like any street signs?
No, I don't.
As the dispatcher asked simple questions, it becomes clear that Jordan knew very little about the world outside her home. For most of her life, Jordan and her brothers and sister had lived almost completely separated from the outside world.
Do you need my address?
Yeah, what's your address?
Okay, you gotta give me a minute. This is gonna take a while. My address is 925705574. Did you get it?
Okay, so now you just gave me a whole bunch of numbers. You didn't give me any kind of street name there.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Okay, so you're just around the corner from your house, is that right?
Yeah, I think. I'm not sure. I've never been out. I don't go out much, so I don't know anything about the streets or anything.
Is there a street sign? Is there a pole with 2 names at the top?
I just see a stop sign.
Okay, can you go over and stand right at that stop sign?
Yes.
When officers arrived, they were surprised by Jordan's appearance. Even though she was 17 years old, they first believed she was much younger because she looked small for her age.
Hi, Jordan. Hi, what's going on?
Okay. I just ran away from home.
Okay.
And I live in a family of 15.
Okay.
Thank you so much. There's a mother and father, and then there's 13 kids. And
how old are the kids?
Okay, some of them are like, okay, my older sister's 29, the youngest is 2.
And they all live in the house?
Yes.
Even your 29-year-old sister?
Yes.
After Jordan felt safe enough to speak, she told officers why she had left home.
They're chained up because they stole mother's food. And do you want to know why they stole mother's food?
Why?
Okay. All we ever eat is peanut butter sandwiches. Sometimes they tell mother that they're hungry, but she has to give it to them. And then when they throw up, she says, "You're supposed to tell me if you're hungry, I'll give you something." And then they try to tell her, and she just like, "Okay, go on." So...
You've never been outside before?
Okay, I've been outside.
Do you go to school?
No. I haven't finished first grade.
Jordan said they had been tied up after trying to get food because they were hungry.
Do you have pictures of that?
Yes, I can show you. I actually didn't have it, and then one of my sisters told me I need to get pictures. So see, here you can look at them. See, those are the places that make it on them. We don't take baths. We don't.
Can I look at? Do you have any other photos?
Yes, those are just photos of me. I have pictures and videos, but they're on my camera.
She showed them several photos saved on her old mobile phone she had secretly kept. The pictures showed her brothers and sister tied to their beds with chains and padlocks. As officers looked through the phones and listened to what Jordan was telling them, they realized the other children inside the house might need help right away.
So when you left right now, you left out the window?
Yes.
And your mom was awake when she was in the other room?
Yeah.
Does your dad have a gun? Are there any weapons in the house?
Yes, but they don't use it.
How long have your mom and dad been married?
I don't know, probably 20, I don't know. They got married when she was 16.
From the outside, the house looked like any other home in neighborhood. Nothing about it suggested what officers were about to find inside.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi. Sorry to bug you.
How you guys doing?
Good.
We got a call for a check the welfare here at your house.
When David and Louise Turpin opened the front door, the officers noticed a strong, unpleasant smell coming from the home. Investigators later said the smell came from human waste, piles of garbage, and very dirty living conditions.
Okay, do you mind if we come in and just take a look, make sure everybody's safe and everything's okay?
Okay, what kind of call did you get?
Well, we got a call that there was a young female walking around saying that she came from a house over here. We were able to find out that this was a house, and we just wanted to check and make sure everybody was okay.
Think she came from here?
That's what she said.
From inside this house?
I think so. Otherwise, we wouldn't be knocking on your
Did
door
she
on
say
Sunday.
her name?
I don't know. Did she say her name?
I don't know offhand, but we need
don't
to
know.
check.
We just need to check and make sure everybody's okay.
As they entered the house, they noticed that almost every window had been covered with aluminum foil, thick curtains, and closed blinds. Even though it was daytime, very little sunlight came inside. Using flashlights, the officers carefully walked through each room. After walking through each room, the officers found two young girls.
Hi, sweetheart. Hi, girls. Can I see your wrist? Yeah.
Which one?
Okay.
Is this another bedroom back here? You got another couple kiddos asleep there?
Yeah.
Sarge, you got another room in the front right here with two kiddos in the bed.
All right. Let's just go ahead and detain the parents at this point.
The girls were tied to their beds with chains. The girls looked frightened, weak, and had clearly not been given enough food or proper care. The officers continued searching the house and found a total of 13 children and young adults living there, including Jordan. Although 7 of them were legally adults, years of not receiving enough food had affected their physical growth. The oldest daughter was 29 years old, but her weight was much lower than doctor expected for someone her age. Many of the brothers and sisters were so weak that they had difficulty standing or walking without help.
Who takes care of you?
I take care of myself.
As officers continued looking through the house, they noticed something else. The family's 2 small white dogs appeared healthy and well cared for. The dog had been fed regularly, while the children had often been given very little food and were living in poor conditions. So at this point, to understand how 13 children spent so many years hidden from the outside world, we need to go back to the beginning of the Tarpin family. David Allen Turpin grew up in West Virginia. On the surface, David appeared to have a successful life. He worked as a computer engineer and earned a good income while working for well-known defense companies, including Lockheed Martin and Northrop Grumman. Friends and neighbors saw him as a quiet and intelligent man who seemed to have a stable career. Louise was only 16 years old when she left home in 1985 to marry 23-year-old David Allen Turpin. The couple quickly began building a life together, and from the outside everything looked normal. They smiled for family photographs and even traveled to Las Vegas several times to renew their wedding vows.
I remarry you. Oh, baby.
To people who only saw them in public, they appeared to be a happy family. But behind the front door, life was very different. The family built up a large credit card debts and later filed for bankruptcy twice. Investigators would later see these financial problems as one of the several signs that the family's private life was very different from the image they showed to the others. As the years passed, David and Louise became deeply involved with a religious movement known as Quiverful. The Quiverful movement encouraged married couples to welcome as many children as possible and teaches that children are a blessing from God. Most families who follow these beliefs live ordinary lives. However, according to the investigators and court records, David and Louise developed their own personal belief beyond those teachings. They believed that the God had chosen them for a special purpose and they were meant to have exactly 13 children. As their family grew larger, they slowly separated themselves from the outside world. The children were made to sleep during the day and stay awake at night. Because of this unusual routine, neighbors rarely saw them outside the house. Most of the days, the home remained quiet, while the rest of the neighborhood went about its normal routine. Contact with relatives became less frequent. Grandparents, aunts, uncles, and other family members rarely saw the children. David also registered the home as a private school called Sandcastle Day School, where he listed himself as the principal. According to investigators, this meant that very few people outside the family had the chance to notice what was happening inside the home. By the age of 17, Jordan could read only at the very basic level. The oldest daughter, who was 29 years old, had an education similar to that of a young child. For more than 2 decades, this way of life remained hidden from almost everyone. In the mid-2000s, while living on a rural property in Rio Vista, Texas, the family's isolation became even greater. Several of the older children were moved away from the main house and made to live inside a small trailer in property. The younger children remained in the main house with David and Louise, separated from the rest of the family and with very little contact with the outside world. It offered very little comfort and became another place where they lived under the same strict rules that control nearly every part of their lives. Jordan Turpin was only 6 years old when she first experienced long period without enough food. In later statement, she said there were times when she became so hungry that she looked for anything she could eat to make the hunger easier to bear. In 2010, the Tarpin family moved from Texas to California. But although the family left the property behind, after the family moved away, people who entered the Texas property found a house and trailer filled with years of accumulated trash and signs that property had not been properly maintained for a long time. According to the court records and investigators, even washing their hands was closely controlled. The children were allowed to wash only up to their wrist. Taking shower was also extremely limited. There were times when the children were served frozen meals in small portions of hot water that had been used to cook hot dogs. Relatives also told investigators that Louise spoke frequently about their religious belief. According to their statements, the parents warned the children that disobeying their parents was a serious sin and told them they would face severe spiritual consequences if they did not obey the family rules. One of the only personal activities they were able to do was write in notebooks. Over the years, they filled thousands of pages with journals, poems, and personal thoughts and prayers. Those writings later gave investigators another glimpse into what life inside the Tarpin home had been like for so many years. But as Jordan Turpin grew older, one small opportunity gave her first look at the world beyond those walls. While she was a teenager, Jordan secretly gained access to the internet. For someone who had spent most of their life separated from society, the internet became more than just a source of information. It gave her a chance to learn about lives she had never experienced herself. Every video she watched helped her understand a little more about the outside world. Jordan also began recording short videos of herself singing.
I wanted to make a last, but I didn't. I love you. I feel safe. Connection. I see pain and feeling so. I will not go back online.
To people who watched them, they appeared to simply videos made by teenager girl who enjoyed music. Few people could have imagined what her daily life was actually like, or the strict conditions she was living under. According to the reports, one person who watched her video noticed something unusual. They observed that every video seemed to be recorded in same room and asked Jordan about it. What may have seemed like simple question became an important moment for her. For one of the first time in her life, someone outside her family showed interest in her situation. As the conversation continued, Jordan gradually shared small details about her life. She explained that she did not attend school, rarely left the house. According to these accounts, the conversation also introduced Jordan to the ideas that many children learn at the early age. She learned about police officers, emergency services, and the fact that there were people whose job was to help those in difficult situations. After spending so many years living under her parents' rule, she had a very little understanding to help that might be available outside her home. Little by little, she began to realize that there could be another way to live. Those experiences gave Jordan the confidence to think seriously about leaving the house. She had spent 17 years living under strict control. She had almost no experience traveling alone. She did not know the nearby streets, and she was unsure how to ask for help if she managed to leave. Even so, Jordan quietly began preparing herself. She continued learning about the outside world whenever she had the opportunity. Finally, on January 18, 2018, Jordan made the decision that would later change everything. She quietly climbed out of the bedroom window and left the house carrying an old deactivated cell phone. Stored on that phone were photographs that investigators would later use as the important evidence. Without knowing exactly where she was going, a short time later she made the 911 call that would bring investigators to the Tarpin home and change the lives of the 13 children forever. After the children were safely removed from the home on January 14, 2018, David and Louise Turpin were arrested and taken into custody. As investigators continued gathering evidence, prosecutors built a case using information collected from the house. According to the prosecutors, the evidence against the couple was extreme. It included police body camera recordings, photographs taken inside the home, medical reports, personal journals written by the children, and statements collected during the investigations. In February 2019, David and Louise Turpin each pleaded guilty to 14 felony charges. Several months later, some of the Tarpin children chose to speak in court. Although it was an emotional moment, they spoke with courage about their experience and also shared their hopes for the future. David and Louise Turpin were each sentenced to life in prison, with possibility of parole after 25 years. People across the country believed that all the 13 children would finally receive a care, medical treatment, education, and support they had been missing for so many years. Many hoped they could finally begin rebuilding their lives in a safe environment, surrounded by people who wanted to help them. But sadly, that was not the reality for everyone. According to the investigators, 6 of the younger Tarpin children soon face another difficult chapter after leaving their parents' home. They were placed under the care of Riverside County Child Protective Service and Child Net Youth and Family Service before being moved to a licensed foster home in Perris, California. The home was operated by Marcelino Olguin and his wife Rosa Olguin and their adult daughter. The family had been trusted to provide a safe and supportive home for children who had already experienced years of hardship. However, according to the investigators and later court records, the children were seriously mistreated while living there. Investigators say that the children experienced repeated physical mistreatment over an extended period of time. Investigators also reported that the food was once again used as a way to control and punish the children. In September 2024, Marcelino Olguin pleaded guilty to 3 felony charges, including lewd acts on child under the age of 14, child endangerment and false imprisonment. He was sentenced to 7 years in California State Prison. For the Tarpin children, the years after their rescue were far more complicated than many people had imagined. In 2021, the public heard directly from 2 of the siblings for the first time when Jordan Turpin and Jennifer Turpin appeared in ABC's 2020 special episode. During the interview, they shared their experience in their own words, giving viewers a better understanding of what life had been like inside the Turpin home and how they were working to rebuild their lives. Jordan explained that when she was still living at the home, she secretly watched Justin Bieber's music videos on an old phone whenever she had the opportunity. Those videos became one of the first connections to the outside world. She saw ordinary moments that most people take for granted: going to school, spending time with friends, enjoying music, and living with freedom. Those small glimpses of everyday life gave her hopes and helped her imagine a future beyond the walls of the house. Jennifer also spoke openly about the responsibility she felt as the older sister. She shared how she always tried to comfort and protect her younger brothers and sister whenever she could. There were times she feared their situation might never change, but she never stopped caring for her family or hoping that one day things could be different. Today their lives look very different from the others they once knew. Today the Turpin family story is remembered not only because of what happened inside their home, but also because of the strength the siblings have shown in rebuilding their lives. Their journey reflects determination, hope, and resilience. Even after losing so many of years of a normal childhood, they have shown that recovery is possible, that healing takes time, and that a new beginning can still build through courage, support, and perseverance. Thank you for watching, for supporting the channel, and for being part of the community. Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and take care.